Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus, but you can call me Triggles. And today we're going to be playing more SpaceX. Unfortunately, I am quite late getting set up, so you'll have to give me just 1 second. We are exactly where we were at the end of the last stream because while I have played Factorio, all I played was my multiplayer game with my friend. And that is literally all I've played this week. I've had a very strange week. I don't quite understand where it's gone. I think a lot of it's to do with. I think I mentioned last set of streams that I've been having a bout of my waking insomnia, so I was quite tired. I'd also spent most of last weekend watching the Fallout TV show, which I'm considering watching again. It was that good. But essentially, I've not really played anything at all. And I say I think a lot because I've been kind of going to bed early because trying to get some of that sleep back. Thankfully, the actual waking insomnia itself seems to have cured up. Hello, Crazy Bacon here. How you doing? Long time no see, indeed. I hope you're doing well. Having a good Saturday. Right. So it's also, which is why I got the jumper on, cold in the UK. It's very strange. It's almost May, and it's we've had like a couple of nice days. I mean, it's sunny, it's actually kind of perfect weather for me because it's nice and sunny but chilly. But it's strange. I keep having to turn the heating on and off, which is weird to be doing at this time of year. I can't remember exactly what I'd done and not done. If I'm totally honest, obviously we've set up the first of the cargo rockets with the science in, which also appears to have fuel in it. I didn't think I'd set. Or am I misreading that? Oh no, it's got the sections in it. I have misread it. Oh, what? Oh, I didn't go and fix it. I mean, I haven't done any of those little jobs I had because we need to go and kind of clear these guys out. Or I need to set up some artillery here or something like that. I haven't done I haven't fixed this silly sulfuric acid thing that I'd done. I haven't set this landfill up. So yeah, absolute steaming there. Oh. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know whether hot weather's your cup of tea or not. But I can't remember what the next big job was. I mean, obviously the next big job must be getting fuel into this. We have the stations set up. I say I literally haven't. Okay, so coronal mass. I'd forgotten about that. 1 day, because it does it in like playtime, I think. So that's quite a way off, I think. So what the heck was I planning here? I mean, we've got an oil spot, haven't we? So I was obviously planning to drop rocket fuel off and what, convert it into liquid fuel, I guess. What I am going to do, I think, is basically have this be the loading station for liquid fuel, and we can send that wherever we want then. And I guess we'll prioritise fueling this one up. Oh yeah, we've got defunct pipes, and then whatever's left we'll put into a train, I think. Feel like a soup dumpling inside a Chinese restaurant. Wow, now there's an image. So what am I going to need then? I guess, well, because I don't think I've got fuel carriages, have I? No, I don't. So if we build some of those. Should we go and sort that out? Oh, that's a different one. Okay. Oh, well, that's because they're right there. I mean, obviously I haven't cleared out the nearby nests or anything. Because I usually try and do that before the stream. But as I say, rather late setting up today. There's another one there. Oh, I think I already got that one. Let's just have a whip round then and see what we got there. So then none of them are in range. I'll just get some artillery in there. Boop, boop, boop. See, they're spreading really quickly because the evolution is actually quite high because of how long I've been taking to do anything. Got no nests there. Clear them back a bit. A lot of them aren't getting pollution, it's just, you know, might as well just clear them back. Because they'll obviously send colonisation groups as well. Might be able to kill you off. Oh, gold. These are quite close. Oh, you're very close. Cool. I wonder if rocket turrets will have... you'd expect them to have a longer range compared to, like, gun turrets and stuff, but we'll have to see. Oh, too far away. This is just left. This was like a proper nesting. In which case they should really... Oh, look how close they are. Cheeky. Cheeky. These... So I usually try and do this before the stream. Ooh, I better get a triple there. And you're out of range. Bosh, bosh. There we go. It's like 34 degrees C. Wow. Crikey. I think I would possibly expire at that sort of temperature. Oh, I must have not got these. I thought I'd done this bit. I guess not. 34 degrees. That's like absolute peak temperature in the UK. Almost never get quite that high. Yeah, it's sort of midsummer, you know, worse, you know, heat wave type territory. But the thing with the UK is it's always humid, so we very rarely get heat without humidity because we're an island. So you end up with oh look, I've got random packs there. Let's go and get rid of those as well. Feels like I'm going to end up doing a lot of tidying up today rather than messing about, rather than getting into space, which is what I really need to do next. Let's just pop. Oh, I guess I've not got any more actual locos. This one here. I'm assuming I haven't got one. Because the other thing I need to do with a solid fuel, don't I, is the rocket fuel rather, is this malarkey. Oh, it looks like they've done... Oh, it looks like they've finished, actually, in what terms of what they can reach. I wonder how much I've got stocked up here now. About 1,000 or so. Yeah. Couple of thousand, maybe. Okay. Maybe if we just extend this a little bit. I think maybe... Because really this bottom end I need to do first, because I'm extending it to do a gigantic refueling depot type thing. But yeah, I accidentally landfilled the wrong lake. Have you done any space exploration? The extent of my space exploration is that we've been into orbit. I have set up a really janky rubbish... Oh, are you over there again? Oh, I need to be on the wrong... At the surface. Yeah, it's that corner again. A really janky rubbish thing on the first asteroid you get to do space science. It can't do any science because it's not got any red packs, which was one of the reasons I was setting up all these science packs, basically. But that's it. That's the extent of SpaceX I've done. I have been sending loads of rockets up while I've been making the stuff. So I believe this is all of Calidus' system explored. So we can go and kind of do all the planets. I believe I've also, unless I'm wrong, kind of got all the other star systems, which I didn't have a clue was actually in the game. All the star systems explored, but I believe I need another type of sat probe or something to actually identify the planets around these, don't I? But yeah, that's all the planets, I think. Oh yeah, that's a lot of solar panels. This, yeah. They're only the level 1 though. It's because I had a coronal mass ejection and I didn't really have nuclear set up in any way, shape or form. Amazingly, this is still ticking over. These have been out of fuel for absolutely ages. But because the only thing drawing power here is like a couple of roboports and a radar, basically. But yeah, so that I didn't have that solar in, so I was trying to fend off a coronal mass ejection, basically. What was I going to do? I was going to... What? I was going to put some tanks and stuff on, wasn't I? So... Do I just want to do loading on here? Where is my rail blueprint? This has happened again. I don't know if this is just my incompetence, but it keeps losing the blueprints on the hotbar. Unload. Where is load? Load. Oh. Why is that not aligned? Wait. Oh, it's because it's the other way around, isn't it? That's annoying. Okay, let's pop that down like that. And then do that. And then flip it over. There we go. Okay. I think I got into the space science thing before I gave up. Oh, right, okay. I'm gonna need chemical plants and stuff, aren't I? Which I don't appear to have. I'm very tempted to go over and sort those biters out first. Let's just pop that on. That on. Well, I don't need them, do I, in this? I need them. So we need to convert... Well, I guess I need to process that, don't I? So I do need a few. Because we might as well just add that in. Yeah, that'll do. Right, let's head back. Well, actually, let's go and drop these off. Oh, and if you think that's a lot of solar panels, you should go and see the end of my Mega Base series. I tried to do 12 beaconed, well, everything basically. I tried to do 12 beacons, and I ended up with 1 point, and I cheated them in at the end because it was just a production challenge beyond sanity, basically. But I ended up with 1.1 million solar panels, and obviously the appropriate number of accumulators as well. And I mean literally 1.1 million solar panels. It was a lot. And the thing with that is as well, it didn't actually power the base. So if I turned everything on, it wasn't actually enough to power the base, because 12 beacons, like for everything, I still think they're a good idea for some things, but 12 beacons on everything is just mad. It's just like the power graph. So, I mean, it'll be doing it at the moment probably. Beacons are probably... Oh no, assembly machines are up there. But oh no, because I haven't really got beacons. But it was like the power graph was... Well, if you imagine that difference there, this was my beacons, and this was absolutely everything else running in the base. And it was just so small, the line on it. It wasn't... There was no fidelity in the wiggle. So it was basically flat. And then all of my consumption was going into beacons. And as I say, it wasn't actually enough to run the base. So yes, I would not recommend doing a 12 beacon mega base unless, because this was trying to go for 5,000 odd science basically, unless you really prep for power, be that solar, nuclear, what have you. It was mad. It's kind of why I stopped basically with that series, and because it didn't really work properly. It could run for a while. Where the hell is my... Oh, it's over there. It could run for a while, the base, but it couldn't really actually sustain the science production for very long. Right, we'll head back to main base. I'm going to dump off a load of stuff, basically. And just fill the tank with artillery shells, I think. And we'll go and kind of blow those biters up. Clear them out, because they're getting quite annoying. I'm going to be line for space trains, because it's space trains, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I know there's loads of cool stuff. I've got sort of trapped in a bit of a over-prepping thing. What I was trying to go for, in a sense, was to make the base fairly self-sustaining. As close as I could get it to be self-sustaining, because these core mines, the core drill things, is like quite a good, quite productive, and I wasn't expecting it to be quite productive. But because everything is idle all the time, it's kind of meaning that everything gets backed up, and coal, because I haven't got coal liquefaction, so I can't convert it into liquid, it's just like tons of it, and I haven't really got any use for it. So yeah, we need to get into space so that I can start unlocking those techs that I would normally have at this stage. And it's proving quite painful, if I'm honest, from a... actually, let's go up here. From a point of view of not having logistics. Chests. Come on, get out of the way. Flipping rocks. Right, so I'm just going to pop these in here, because we'll end up, I'm sure, coming back. I don't want any of that stuff, to be honest with you. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly. We could put them in trash. But yes, we will put kind of my stuff in there like that. All of that. It's all nice and neatly organised as well, so I end up with just a load of... I haven't sorted it all out, but we'll then kind of just grab as many shells as we can. Like so. Get slightly scared by the train driving past at high speed. Realise we need some artillery. Make a little spot there. Am I going to be able to put it next to some power? Because it's these guys I need to kill off. And I figure we pop it in sort of here, and we can kind of lob a load of shells across, which is hopefully far enough. I think I should take some power bombs. Right. Where did they end up? Actually, let's grab some substations. And should I also, I guess maybe, if we think about sticking it in a chest with an inserter, just so I don't have to do it myself all the time. Okay, what's the quickest way down there? Where is my artillery? The thirst for power continued, yes. I say it was just mad. I mean, the base was enormous, and obviously, I mean, I sort of bit off more than I could chew. I should have gone a bit more sensible and tried to do, you know, a 2,000 science a minute mega base or something like that. And then if it had worked and had been okay, maybe double it up or something like that. But I went straight for 5,000. Well, oops. So yeah, it was fun though. I mean, you know, overall, like I say, I sort of burnt out on it really, but by the time I stopped, just grab 10, I guess. Right. It's like I need to completely deconstruct this and rebuild it because it's, you know, just thrown together basically to get me into space. You know, it's all sort of messy and difficult to expand on and add to. But I also know it's going to take a long time to do. Right. Is this the right way? No, it's the right way. So what did you think of the latest Friday Facts? Or the last two, I guess? Kind of said it at the end of the video, but I really like the tech. I think the concept of what was talked about was good, and I really enjoy the techie Friday Facts because I just find it fascinating, you know. But obviously the video's not done well because it's not exactly spectacular news, but you know, I don't massively care about that sort of thing. But yes, I think the tech looked really clever, really amazing. But and I know there's been a similar reaction on Reddit, at least, that people don't really like the actual track that it produced. And if I stick another one there, put them in. Maybe fuel them up or something. Right, who are you blowing up? Do you know what I've done? I've left the artillery remote in the thing. Bum. That's not going to be a problem in future because, you know, that'll just be a thing you can instantly create. We're gonna have to dash back. Is this far enough though? Because that would be that range, so that would be double. So it's not actually going to let me kill them, is it? We'll probably have to go up there and do it again. Because I think maybe if I like squeeze it right onto the edge here, because they're not that far out of range. It goes up to sort of there-ish, I think. Okay. We will nip back then. Get the remote. It's not that far away. Oh no, Senna. Oh, hey, Senna. Honestly, I didn't read any of them. Oh, no problem. I'm surprised you said the generated interludes were horrible. I thought they were a nice atmosphere thing. Oh, right, okay. I didn't like the second one worked, you know, I thought that was fine sort of thing. But it was it wasn't, because it doesn't have like drums in it basically. You know, that the soundtrack is not doesn't have percussion elements to it. So the rhythm is coming from things like regular, you know, it was just described as bass in the description, but in the thing, but it's not, you know, it's bass in the sense that it's, you know, low strings or something like that, but that's effectively forming the rhythm basically. And so the bit why I didn't like it is because that, if you imagine it's doing a, well, you can hear it in the soundtrack that's playing just at the moment, assuming that's coming through. You know, it's got a regular repeating pattern to it, which is like dun 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 dun, and so it's repeating that pattern, and so it forms the rhythm track effectively by doing that. Where is it? There it is. Oh, should I take some more? Let's take some. About to use them up. And so when it plays them randomly, you know, if you've got a thing that's going dun 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 dun, and that's you know maybe it's slower and it's, you know, say an acoustic track or what have you, that's fine. But if you then chop it around, so it's going dun da da dun dun da 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 dun da 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 dun, and that's why I didn't like it basically, because it's not a regular, it's not a song, you know, it's not a 4/4 time, this is when you can expect to hear the next beat in the bar type of thing. I didn't really say it in the video because it's a little difficult to explain, but it's a lot more like jazz percussion, you know, like jazz drumming, where the drummer is keeping time, but they're not hitting, you know, 4 beats in a bar sort of thing. They'll be playing random not random, but, you know, off the beat, all these sorts of things, which is all, I find jazz horrible. Trad jazz is alright with big bands and stuff like that, but proper jazz I find horrible because it deliberately abandons all of that, you know, basic music theory and basic, you know, how music works. And I say, which it ends up therefore for me being like a intellectual exercise of, you know, we have deliberately done this, aren't we clever? And it's just like, no, it's it just sounds horrendous. It might be clever, it's not nice to listen to. So yeah, that's sort of the root of my disliking it. It wasn't that it's, you know, the actual like tracks of it, you know, the bits and pieces that were being chopped up, the samples, all sounded good in isolation. It's just, as I say, if you take, it's a bit like taking, if you took, you know, 2 songs by completely different artists, you know, and just randomly chopped them up and stuck them back together, or stuck them together, you just end up with a mess, you know. You know, you wouldn't end up with songs, you'd end up with, as I say, just sort of noise really. So yeah, I was not keen. In terms of it as an actual song, but this was the thing I think that got missed, and I did. It's very difficult not to think of it in this way, but these are not. Those were not soundtrack songs. That's not what you would hear. It was a demonstration of taking it apparently to like the two extremes of having these are the, this is the most chopped up short pieces of sample that you could use and make something, and that demonstrating it can stick it all together and form it all into a single continuous soundtrack, as it were. And then the other one was the other extreme of you do very little and it's just some very long pieces that are kind of played over the top of each other. So it really was just a tech demo, but it's incredibly difficult not to hear it as well. This is this is going to be in the game. Are we done? Are you used them all up? Not quite. Let's see. Oh, hello, Daniel. I saw your follow and stuff. I didn't know you were there. Yeah, I guess. Though I like Tool, so the weird rhythms are in my taste, so that makes a difference. Yeah, I guess. Right, so this is most of them gone round here. Have I got enough of this stuff? I think I have. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're not taking too much of a bruising either from the comments on the Friday Facts. Let's finish these guys off as well. Yeah, we're going to have to nip up here and do it. But then I can fix that as well. Because this is being a pain in the bum. Because of this overlapping robo network. Right, shall we have a... No, I'm just going to leave. As I say, I could explore what's in there, but there's no real point, is there? Pull off these like that. So I think that's all I... Oh, there's one there. That's all I can get from here. Maybe just pop them. Cool. Oh, isn't a dev called Onion? Yes, that is... that is the dev center. That's... yeah, that's... the poster of the most recent Friday Facts, basically. Not going to lie, I thought it would go better, yeah? I hope it did come across. The actual tech, what it was, how it worked was, interesting, and I enjoyed it, and I always do enjoy those more technical Friday Facts. But yeah, I'm not going to pretend I didn't really enjoy that as a track sort of thing. I know that wasn't the point as well, so. It's funny, there's I don't know if you know, I'm sure you know who Tim Kaine is, the sort of creator of... I'm tempted to do that. I should have brought some stuff and fixed this stupid sulfuric acid thing, shouldn't I? But I'll have to do that later. But yeah, he said he had one of his videos on, I'm pretty sure it was him anyway. But he made the point about UI, that good UI nobody notices because they kind of... it's difficult to explain, but it's sort of like you just don't realise it's good sort of thing. It's just, it works and it does all... Oh, that was annoying. I don't think I can fix that, can I? But it should be in the range. So I've crashed into so much stuff in this series. But yeah, sort of good UI is, people don't notice basically because it's not causing any friction. But bad UI, everybody notices. I think music is, and soundtrack stuff is like that as well, in that you sort of don't really realise, you know, if it's a good soundtrack sort of thing. You sort of don't notice. But as soon as there's something a bit jarring or a little bit off or not quite to your taste, then you do suddenly notice it, and it's really, really glaring. So I think the fact that that was a challenging piece of music, shall we say, to listen to, was kind of a lot of the reason for the feedback. And it's very, as I said in my video, it's very difficult to not think of it as being in the game. You know, so you can intellectually know, oh, that, you know, it's just an example. It's not going to be in the game, but you know, your brain doesn't really work like that. Right, so let's pop them there. I'm sure they'll come back and populate. Obviously, this isn't any kind of a permanent solution. Just pop another couple on, just so that I don't have to mess about too much. Boop-de-boop-de-boop. I mean, eventually I need to expand into all this, you know, but for now, so flatten my walls. Oh, is that it? I think that's it, isn't it? I wonder if I could pop you. Oh, well, cool. I think there is a big difference for some kind of atmospheric background music and a song that you're actively listening to, yeah. And there is that as well, isn't it? Yeah, you're actually sitting there, you know, you're analysing this music and thinking about it, whereas in reality, you know, it should be background, you know, that you're not actually actively listening to, especially, you know, with the type of soundtrack that Factorio has. It's very ambient, you know, feeling and mood type music. So I don't think a lot of people have sort of sat down and listened to the songs as such. Cool. So hopefully that'll give us a tiny bit of respite. So I don't think it'll last. In fact, why don't I leave them? Maybe. Because it's not. Yeah, let's leave something here. Just so that I can pop anything that kind of turns up. Nothing like a permanent solution. In fact, might come on. How many shells is that? If we put. Actually, let's not bother. Let's put. That's us full. Make sure you're both full. Cool. Right. See if we can't move this Roboport over. The current hour's soundtrack is amazing to me, but if I just started the soundtrack and listened to it, I'd probably be like meh at first, yeah. Yeah, they're quite sort of subtle, you know, tracks, a lot of them, aren't they? And in a sense, simple. And like I say, they don't have any percussion element to them. There's no spectacular pieces or anything like that. It's sort of very much ambient mood type music. Which I would say, you know, and that's one of the things. I mean, I wouldn't normally go for ambient. It's not, you know, it's not really my cup of tea. But yeah, it just sort of works as the soundtrack. So is that separated now? It's separated. So let's see if we can't. Because I have a horrible feeling. No, we should be okay. I was just a bit worried that I wouldn't be able to cover it all with the single. Oh, so there is just one piece of wall there that technically isn't in range, but that'll do. I forgot to put the radar back. Problem now, I think... Oh! Don't know where I got that icon from. I think the problem now is this network probably has no bots in it. It's got 3 construction robots. Okay. Does it have any... Yeah, it doesn't look like it's got any... chests. Why are they not coming out and fixing that then? Okay. Which is the quickest way back. So, we're going to put these other artillery pieces over at the where the sulfuric acid is. I get nervous when I first read about the samples just being proof of concept, basically, but I was surprised how much I liked the generated tunes. Yeah. I say, obviously, everyone's... I mean, it's like I was saying, you know, when he did the music one the week before, that I didn't really like the Algora track, but it's just because it's not my cup of tea, you know, as a type of music. It's just not really what I go for, the electronica stuff. But I then read on Reddit, everyone was going... Most people seem to be saying that was their favourite one, sort of thing, which it's just your particular taste and, you know, what you happen to like, which is what you'd expect, really, isn't it? You know, it's like when I'm when I say about I turn the music off in most games. That's not because I don't like the songs and stuff. It's just the way they use them is usually the problem for me. That it gives me that sensory overload of just continuous music all the time, and I just don't really. It's just too much, you know. But that doesn't mean I, you know, dislike the music playing. It's just that it's not. It's just, you know, too much. You know, it's too much sensory input, basically. Okay, so that'll keep them at bay for a while. Now, what am I going to do? I took out the train before, didn't I? I'm just wondering if I could, with what I've got. Let's not stand on the train tracks. Could I sort of route that round, and how might that work? I think I need to go and get the some pipes and stuff, don't I? I don't think I could make that work. But yeah, let's fix this. We'll use most of this stream, I think. We'll end up being the fixing things stream. And hopefully we'll get at least the the liquid rocket fuel on the go, and then maybe tomorrow we can go into space. Because I'm a little bit aware, as I say, that I've done loads and loads of streams of this series, and I've not really got into space properly. You know, I've been there, done a little bit, and then just come back to Nauvis and messed about on Nauvis. And I'm about to go on 2 weeks of holiday, so I would like to actually be working in space tomorrow. I don't actually have any plans this evening, so I might see if I can't Factorio. So, I heard you mention in an unofficial statement about them aiming for October release date. The latest. That's fantastic news. Yeah. So that was Govrex did a live stream. or was a guest on a live stream. It's in. Um, I think it's on the Reddit. I think there's a link to it there. It's definitely posted on the Discord. It was in, Czech. It's not. I don't know what was said as such, but a couple of people have translated it. So I'm pretty sure at the top of the Reddit, Factorio Reddit, there's a pinned notes on it, I think. But to say, it's certainly on the Discord. Why have I come down here when my chest is at the top? But yes, they basically said that it was unofficial in the sense that, I mean, he's he's their developer, so how unofficial is it? But it's not, I'm assuming there's going to be a Friday Facts that will officially announce the proposed release date. Maybe Damien can confirm that's the intention, but they'll do a press release, or as I say, a Friday Facts, or something that makes it an official. This is when it's coming out. But he said on that live stream that apparently it was phrased as the latest they're expecting to get it released, which is, as you say, awesome. But a little bit problematic for me personally, because and I said that on the thing, unfortunately, October is a date when I typically have, I need to keep one of them, I have deadlines for my job, basically, because of what I do. We do applications for grants, basically, and I can't remember how many were in each. I don't know. The rail must have been in there, and that must have been as well. I don't know. A bit lost as to what I had where. But yeah, so I tend to have loads of big deadlines in October, which is obviously then difficult to... Because what I obviously want to do is I want to, live stream it, basically. My first playthrough and all that. But if it comes out in October, that will be tricky for me. Because I've got all this leave, you see. This is what my point was. I've got all this leave that I'm able to take. And then I can't actually take it in October. Even if I didn't, and it was... I didn't have those deadlines. I have this really weird situation with my family, that my close relations, all of their birthdays are in October, apart from one, and that's in the same month as me. So basically, my birthday is in May, and my sister's birthday is in May. But then all the rest of my close family is all in October, and I mean literally all of them in October. So I always get this guilt tripping every October that, because I'm having to do these deadlines and I can't go to the parties and stuff, because I've got to work, basically. So yeah, rather ironic, really. But the same thing's going to happen with Factorio. But yeah, I'm not. That's not a problem. I'm more than happy for it to come out as soon as it can, really. Yeah, music is tricky. I'm glad I'm doing the tech and I'm not the one reviewing green lighting concepts. That's Albert's job. Yeah. It's, yeah, as you say, tricky, because it really is in that territory of, I don't know anything about music, but I know what I like, it's that sort of thing, really. People know they don't like a thing, but they can't really explain why they don't like a thing or what have you. It's difficult to kind of think about it rationally, because music is, as I was saying in the video, it's just pure emotion, effectively. I'll assume this was what I had in the tank. I don't know. I'll have to sort it out later. I must say that I was very sceptical to dynamically generated music, but I think you guys really nailed it, yeah. I say, I mean, from a tech point of view, it really worked, I think, It's sort of... That first track, although it sounded like a jazz remix of the Factorio soundtrack, which is just not my cup of tea, which is why I didn't like it. It did feel like it was you know, put together. You know, it wasn't like you know, a set of samples on a random playlist, basically, you know, randomized playlist sort of thing. So yeah, it all just seemed to work, and so if you can get it hooked up to some, you know, proper music, then I think it could be quite powerful. Especially as you were saying in the blog of, you know, doing it as it's a bit at the front of a piece and at the end of a piece, just to give it, you know, more flavour and make it sort of, you know, extend the tracks really. I'm just trying to see. Have I got pipes and stuff? I have got pipes and stuff. Okay. I think we should be okay then. Not got enough repair paints. So we'll pop back down there and we'll sort out that sulfuric acid situation, because we're not making any batteries at all. Or a ooh, look, random signal. Which is not great. Hello, Sophia Martin. Hello, how are you? I'm well. How are you doing? Announce release dates is always awful because delays are probably a lot more common than not. Working with software, I know it too well. Yeah. Is that literally a random power pole as well? Yeah, that's not connected to anything, is it? Yes, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I suppose with something like an expansion, there's sort of a... I don't know, well, you get scope creep, don't you, in all software projects, really. There's always that temptation just to add one more thing, or, you know, to what you... things that you want to do rather than that are strictly necessary, as it were. Yeah, I suppose the point with the expansion in a way is that, yeah, I'm guessing they must have hit on it with a sort of relative firmness, as it were, because, you know, I don't think anyone would mind if it was a month later or a month earlier. It's not like, you know, the game is struggling, or, you know, there's not money that's coming in or what have you, so I don't think there's quite the same pressure from that point of view, but yes, must always be that temptation, as I say, to what? Oh, it's on, because it's not on that. Then I should be doing that. Yeah, as I say, sort of add one more feature, and suddenly, you know, it's 3 months late, sort of thing. Right, so I think if we take the sulfuric acid from this side, the question really is, how am I going to hook it up here? I think maybe... Do I want it before or after is the question. This is less important, I think. Certainly for what I'm doing. I mean, obviously I'm not currently yet using it for blue circuits. Yeah, okay. We will just simply pump out the side, I think. Slightly too short. And then where would this need to be? Right, so we kind of clear all this down. As I said when we were discovering all the flaws in it, I have absolutely no idea why I did this madness with station so close, but it felt like a good idea at the time. I suppose that's what sleep deprivation does for me, doesn't it? Right. So, I want that junction there. I think we'll just put a sneaky bump in as well. And then just sort of run this down. Look, batteries. Actual batteries. Yeah. How far off are we? Okay. Go. I seem to have a lot of rubbish on me. Yeah. I think that should be okay. I'll have to see if it gets blocked up or anything. I think that should be alright. Yeah, cool. Okay. Let's go do the... While we're messing about with fixing things, let's go add on the extra mining landfill thing. Because why not? I need to get rid of that, I think. Are there any other little jobs that we could do? So I did the acid. We did the artillery turrets. I guess I could chuck some bots in that as well, couldn't I? Have I got bots on me? I have. Yeah, okay, let's do that first. Otherwise I'll completely forget. Yeah. Probably need to give them some more repair packs as well. Okay. Oops. Sorry about that. Where is it? It's a bit further up, isn't it? Where are we? There we go. Right. So, 3 it says. So we want about 25 or so, I guess. Cool. And then there should be some chests on this, but it doesn't appear to me. So we'll just stick some in. And then put, say, I don't know, 50 repair packs in or something? I don't know. Because it's got some kind of randomly distributed around, I think. Should be loads down here, actually. Yeah, 49 there. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. Right, yes, so we'll head back to the main base, get those mining drills, set up a little I was going to look to see if I could turn that notification off, wasn't I? Forgot about that. Yeah, we'll get these extra mining drills set up. One of the things that did occur to me as well with the landfill is, of course, I'm landfilling all that extra material coming out of the core miners. But I've not hooked that up into the main base, basically, so I probably need a train sending that over, but I think I want to get to space, get coal liquefaction, so I can sort that side of things out before I Because what I can do with that, you see, once I can turn the coal into basically oil, then I can turn it into rocket fuel, and we've got, you know, lots of rocket fuel demand, I'm sure, from all the cargo rockets, and all of our trains are going to be running on rocket fuel. So yeah, that'll be a much more kind of, I don't know about sustainable, but a much more hungry use for the coal, rather than just sticking it in chests, basically. Oh, we need to actually pause here, don't we? So get these mining drills. I am going to look for any tags, because we've done them. They're ready. We need to do this landfill. Technically we need blue circuits, but I'm going to leave that. It's not got any bots either. Why not? I have to nip over there then. Yeah, so we can get this liquid fuel up and running. As well. But yeah, so as you can see here, you know, we have chests and chests and chests filling up with landfill. I'm not doing anything with it, and I'm then trying to landfill a massive lake, so that's a bit silly. That's a bit silly. Have we got them? Yeah, cool. What I do need to do, I guess, unless I did set up a landfill train, and we do that now, where would I put it up here? Because there's the scrap thing as well. I've looked at this recipe about 1,000,000 times. So, scrap. Scrap recycling. But can't I just stick it in landfill as well? Yeah. So I can just turn it into landfill as well. But then where would I drop it off over here? Because this isn't set up really, is it? Yeah, well, just send it round with roboports for the time being. Collect it that way. But the ultimate solution is a landfill train, I think. Let's just do like the main bits, as it were. That. So I'm not gonna, you know, I think I'll do little corners like this, but I'm not gonna grab that bit there or that bit there. Too much faff. Let's do this little hole there. Oops. Okay. Right. Oop. So, let's just grab a copy of one of these. I don't know, say this one. Kind of hook everything up to it. Do I want to balance? I'm not that fussed about all of that. Okay, so we'll put that onto there. And hook all of these in together, I guess. Oops, like so. Oh, of course, that's green machines. I'm not really properly making them. Do we need stacks or anything? No, we don't. Oops. This has got power. Right. Cool, let's pop a radar in. Oops, radar in here. Okay. And then I'm just going to run power back to the train line. Gonna head out now. I just wanted to catch your stream and say hi after I enjoyed your video. Have a nice day. And yourself. I mean, thank you for the... I'll reply to your comment on the YouTube. I only saw that just a while ago. But yes, thank you very much. I mean, I'm getting a bit of a weird situation where a few of the devs actually watch some of my videos. But I only have like 170 subscribers in total. So it's a very odd situation to be kind of... you know, going to telling, you know, like reading the dev's own blog out to them, in a sense. So it's all a bit surreal for me. But yes, thank you very much for your kind words as well. I'm glad you enjoy them, or watch them at least. Yeah, I think, because I could just run the... Why don't we run the roboports around the track? Because that'll be a little bit tidier, I think. But yes, so I do, you know. So I wasn't massively keen on that track myself, but you know, say I did enjoy the blog. I do like the technical ones. So. But yeah, I hope you have a good day. Or good rest of your day. I'm assuming that's a little bit of water there, but I'm not 100% sure. Which is a bit annoying, because that means they're not connected. Where are they on there? I'll go on landfill that one, and then they'll slowly build in. We've got a couple of unpowered thingamies. It's hit, but it's not, is it? So actually, probably... Maybe we do this a bit differently, because... Oh. This is sort of faster. Take that down there. And then, oops. That's difficult to see. Like that. And then that. Look, if it's not spaghetti, it's not worth doing. That's not really improved things a great deal, is it? But there you go. If we do that instead. There we go. Cool. Yes, so I'll go and build in that, put in that little bit of landfill. That is just going to get very annoying, isn't it? I guess eventually it'll stop because it'll run out of space in the warehouse and stuff. But yeah. We will fill this in here. Oh, I need to turn that off. Right, where was it? Them, I think? Yeah, cool. Why are you saying you got no roboports? Where are... Yeah. You got loads of roboports. What are you on about? Okay, so they'll build them in, and that'll be then connected, and then they can start using that to landfill. And we can extend this up a little bit. If I press the right keys. Like that. Let me take it that way a bit. Cool. Don't seem to be making roboports very quickly, do they? It doesn't have concrete, because why? There's no water coming in, that's why. Okay, we need to go and fix that. That then. Oh, that was millimetres away. Haha! Crikey. I flashed before my eyes then. Crikey. So, because I'm kind of putting lots of sticking plasters on this, and, you know, breaking things and then putting another sticking plaster on, it's all a bit of a botched together job, really. Yeah, so there's no water. Have you got everything out? Yeah, it's just water you've not got. Okay, so we do that. Like so. I think there's some water down. Here we go. Oh, perfect. Perfect length. Nice. Okay, there we go. So that should get us some roboports. Eventually, slowly, over time. Cool. Right, so we've done that landfill. Take that off the to-do list. So we need to go up and stick them in, don't we? Because we're running out of construction pots. Because there's no, because there's no oil here being brought in. There's no lube, so there's no construction pots. Looks like they've done a bit of it, sort of thing. Right. Because I could deconstruct them, couldn't I? Now that we've built them in. Which would give us... Actually, let's not do that bit. Give us a few back. This one as well, maybe? Let's give that a go. Okay. Does that mean liquid fuel? No. Robots in the roboports first. And liquid fuel. Okay. Yeah. I was trying to think with the October release. And also, as I say, trying to be a little bit more positive about, oh, that means I won't be able to basically play it. Because of my, let's say, job issues, as it were. What I was thinking instead was maybe I could take some of this 5 weeks of holiday I've got over the summer and do some of these videos, the speculation videos, because it kind of gives me a hard deadline for all of that stuff. Like the science one, I'm still not. I did a massive spurt of work on it, writing the script, and then it's just had to, just sort of stopped basically because life got in the way. But what I can do is maybe take where I was hoping to take it as a science, or just play Factorio. I could maybe do it over the summer and put some of these videos out. But it means we're running into the risky territory of essentially... I wonder if they maybe killed all the robots. I don't know. The robots don't suffer from attrition, so... Yeah, the construction ones don't suffer from attrition. It's only the... Oh, right. Did they just shoot something while I was there? Oh, they did, look. Crikey. It's only the logistics bots that do the attrition thing. Okay, so that's that in there. I've grabbed a load of fuel things so we can set that up. Yeah, cool. Let's do this liquid fuel then. Looks like the uranium's even filled up. Crikey. I mean, there are loads of little jobs. It's like I haven't got logic on any of the stations to control how many trains are waiting and all of this stuff. So yeah, there's loads of jobs. And we could do with probably expanding a bit actually down here, because I'm sure I'll need to add more things on. But let's cross that particular bridge when we get to it. Right. Cool. So, what we want to have, I guess, is... tank here, maybe, somewhere. And actually, A pump. Can't see any pumps. I've got loads of pumps. Okay. And then I guess one there as well. Oh, I got both of these connected. Okay. Don't know if that's better or worse, just having one. That. Okay. If I can move this down a bit. So, this one needs connecting with a wire, and we say that if the fuel there goes above, we want a nice big reserve. In fact, should I multi-tank this? I think I should multi-tank this. So, what's that? It's 25,000 each, and it's 50, 75, 100. So, maybe if this goes above, say... Well, let's have a look, see, what does this need? Oh, I can't do it really. What would this need to launch? If you're 50,000... Oh, 50,000. That's not actually that much then, is it? Liquid rocket fuel. I assume it's in the same units and stuff. You know, so that's not effectively 50 million. So it's 50,000. That's only a tank's worth. And this is not going to be launching hardly ever. Actually, it's put 2 in, so it is then... So we do it at, say, 40,000, which isn't quite a rocket worth, but not far off. And it does need connected to both of them. Yeah. And then here, which is the... So this is the solid being... Yeah, it's the solid being dropped off. Where's my train stuff? Here we go. Still haven't upgraded these. In fact, is that going to matter? Let's do fasts anyway. Biddly Bob. And then we'll sign up, put this all on, I guess, one line maybe? Or maybe if I take it 4 to 2, I can fuel all of these trains directly. They're right here. What are you dropping off? You're dropping off those. And does this have fuel here? No. Okay, so we do need to fuel everything here. Okay. So I have one belt, you know, going to the thing. Do an underground there. Okay. Get myself one of them. I think I might put them on. Like that, maybe? No. I'm doing some really messy builds today, aren't I? And that's horrible. Oh. Right, so same again, I guess, for this. Could I do it from both sides? How would that work? Be easier if that was like that anyway. And then put that one over. Pop you there, and you there. Maybe if I hop that one. Oops. Under like that. So you're just doing really messy builds for some reason. Or actually, that's coming out like that. Even that doesn't work. Crikey. Put you there. Like so. Whatever. What we need is bots, you see. So, we will send you off with a little bit of rocket fuel in you anyway. Oops. So you need two. I didn't call this anything, did I? So this needs to be... In fact, have I got another one of these? Yes, I have. Okay. Fiddly bob. So this would be rocket fuel. Liquid fuel load. Have these got proper names? They have. And then solid fuel load. Full empty. Cool. Cool. So at least they will now bring in solid fuel. Of course, it's not going anywhere because I haven't properly done these. Am I going to cap these chests? I think yes, but not like higher than I would normally do. Because this is where I didn't copy that properly. Okay. This is where we need a lot of the rocket fuel to come. Okay. Now, actually turning that rocket fuel into liquid fuel, I think uses these. Yes, there we go. I don't know what the numbers are though. So, how much will you process? You will turn. So, in terms of transport bell then. Wow. 0.067 of a transport belt. Wow. Do you take prods? You do. Crikey. 0.7 of a transport belt. Wow. But what's your production speed? 1 second. Crikey. So we can absolutely thump out like just gallons and gallons and gallons of rocket fuel. Interesting. Where am I going to put them? I think I'll just pop this on here for now, just so that I sort of remember it. You seem to be taking a little longer than I was expecting. Oh, yellow inserters. Okay. No problem. Oh, I didn't get any pump jacks, did I? Can I make any? I can make 6. How many have I got here? I thought I left a chest here with like pump jacks and stuff in it. Let's see if I can... there's too much complexity there. So if we do that... So those 16 are from that, so that's not them. That's 12 from the actual station. That's not there. That's 14 there. Now what have we got? No. No, only ones are... No, I guess not. 2, 4, 6. Luckily there are exactly 6 needed, so... we can make those, but we are then out of stuff. Which way do we want to... Thinking maybe I push it that way, process it there. Because originally I'd had this idea of using the whole copper recipe. But somebody was saying, I can't remember what it was, that it's like meant as an emergency thing. You know, in case you sort of desperately run out of rocket fuel, basically. So it's not actually intended for you to really make it that way. It's just in case you get trapped on a planet with no oil or something. Which is all very sensible and well and good, but doesn't let me build insane copper-based rocket fuel productions. Okay, so I guess maybe we'll stick some speeds in. There. Power poles, there we go. Get a subby in there. There. Get those all running. Cool. Does this tell me? It does. So, 121.5. And what are you? Oh. Would I want to convert it into heavy? Or light? I've forgotten. So I was doing light here, but then I'm making light into solid. Is that what I'm doing here as well? Yeah, because you make the rocket fuel out of solid fuel, don't you? Okay. So I want yet another copy of this, basically. Oops. Is that the right way around? I think that's the right way around. Now, what? Why have you got a pipe going off that way? Because that's oil coming in for you? Okay. Yeah, we're not fussed about that then. Didn't bring very many pipes with me, did I? Okay. Oh, I didn't look at the numbers. So, why has that not got no modules in it at all? Feels like an error. So, how much do you process? Only 28. Really? And you're getting... Well, you're getting 121 now, but you're not in the future, are you? You're not going to get that for much longer. So if we do say that to there. Oh, what am I mixing? Shouldn't... Oh. Because that's the... Why are you that way around? Okay. That's better. So this would then be the light coming out. Little E-bob. That is the petroleum. There. Don't need these. Undies, but it's not undies I'm lacking. Okay, so that's converting all the petroleum, I think, and then this is the heavy to light conversion. We obviously need... Oh, we've got a underground there. Why does that feel like that might be? Nope, it's all good. So there's the oil coming in, so we need water here, don't we? Which we happen to be right next to. I could go to steal some of those. Oh, undergrounds now. I didn't grab very many at all, did I? Alright, let's just go steal in then. I guess we'll just go straight across in this direction, basically. Water pumps, there we go. And then, of course, these need powering in this. Because making your life a tiny bit inconvenient seems to be what most of these mods are big fans of. But, you know, not in a significant and meaningful way. Just in a, you've got to put down 10 extra power poles way. Right. So those are backwards then, aren't they? And then... I guess if I just sort of... do that. Realise the power pole's in the way. Take that there. Take that. Gosh. Cool. So, I now need to convert all of that into rocket fuel. Which I do with these again, I think. You're going to do the maths for me? Okay. So, 5.2, I guess. Maybe. And then if you're converting that into rocket fuel, you would need 10. So this, in theory, isn't even going to support 1. Which is what I was expecting, because it's a tiny little oil field. But, you know. Nice to have that native little bit of native supply, basically. Or organic supply. Okay. Give you that. We have the rocket fuel coming out that way. Then I can always extend it. Oh, it needs the light as well, doesn't it? So do it that way around then. Like so. And I guess if I did end up, you know, putting more on, we could do that. Okay. Why don't you have power? Oh, because there's no connection like that, is there? Okay. Why don't you have power? And why aren't you making oil? Because there's no undergrounds. I do wish you'd explain these things to me. We missed a pipe there as well. There. Oops, no. Like that. That's oil. Water's not coming in because of the lack of undergrounds. I could just go and steal some iron plate, couldn't I? Let us do that then. Oh dear. Excuse me. Iron plate. Let's turn all of that into straight pipe. Grab a bunch more. Turn that into some undies. In fact, why don't I just set up a... in fact, temporary botch together. And in fact, let's put it just like that. Dosh, dosh. Bosh, 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 bosh. Diddly bosh. We want them as well. Undies, regulars. Yeah, so that'll just chunk through a load of pipe for me in like 20 minutes or so, 10 minutes or so then. Takes to do. Okay. We don't need this pipe. Yes we do. Well, ish. We need... because that's the light coming out of here. We have seen the light. Oil. That. Oh. So that's the petroleum. Well, that's the light. Because that needed there as well. That's the heavy. We becomes light. This is solid fuel. This is solid fuel. That's rocket fuel. And it will self-balance because when this is, full of solid fuel is filling the belt. The light oil will keep going through, and it will sort of self-balance itself. Excellent. Now, we've then got, therefore, some rocket fuel there, and some rocket fuel here. Destination full. That's interesting. Oh, you're there, are you? This is the one that's... Oh, that's for the... Okay. That's no problem then. So basically we've got two, effectively. Coming over here. One doing... whatchamacallit? The other doing thingy. I'm sure that makes perfect sense. No, one's for the actual cargo, the actual satellites. And the others for this cargo rockets, basically. So entirely separate production, because that's the most efficient way of doing things. Okay. Just going to kind of stack these up, I think. I'm going to take that out then. Oops. I mean, in theory, how much rocket fuel does this actually produce? Because it's not actually as much as you might think. Or I might think. Because this is an overflow, isn't it? Oh no, of course I'm delivering. I'm doing a mad thing where I'm delivering... This oil is effectively getting delivered there. Literally 10 metres away. Right, so, in theory, if these were all running at full chat, we would get 3.728 rocket fuels a second. And if this was running at full chat, we would then get an extra 0.784. So it's effectively 4 rocket fuels a second. These could consume only 2.8, so we do need a lot more. I think I'm going to put... Because I think I've got 10 of them. So I'll probably do something like this. Oh, no, I haven't got 10 of them. Never mind then. Yeah, I'll just leave them as is basically. But that. Right, let's go and pick up that pipey bumpy one. We'll see how many it's made anyway. Because we need to fill this in before it will start working. I don't know why I call it pipey bumpy, it's just pipes. How many of these have we made? Oh, plenty. Get rid of that bit. Just grab some more iron. So these aren't running. Why not? Because they're not getting these. Ah. Faster inserters, I think. Is the very simple answer. Faster belt by those things. There we go. Another reason those will stop is because I've kind of run out of, I bet, batteries in... Oh no, we're not run out of batteries. What have we run? Why have we run out of iron plate? Oh, destination full, eh? It's always going to be a problem because we've literally got... Oh, we've literally got nothing. I think we've basically got one iron, effectively, because you're waiting at load. Yeah, I need to put some smarts on these. Why are you not planning on coming... Oh, enable train limit 0. Has that got smarts on it? No. So why does that not have any train limit on it? Why have I done that? Don't know. Should just be identical to that. Yes, the problem is this again. Coal mining being essentially stuck because of coal. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. When your terrible, horrible designs come back to bite you. At the very least, we can get this pipe in. There we go. I always quite like the noise it makes when it suddenly starts gushing down the pipe. It's always a bit strange, but it's quite a cool noise. But yeah, so this will fill up basically, you see, and then these will back up, and then there'll be excess light oil, and so the excess light oil will make its way to this one. Ish. Right. Put those on. And then on that as well. Nice. Oh. It's a bit on there. Sneak a little pump in. Cheeky little pump. Now, in theory, that's our cargo rocket with like millions of sciences on, completely full, ready to go, ready to fly. So liquid fuel is loading at that rate. Okay. Okay. I think I need to go and get some more doobies. Fuel, whatever they're called. Fuel refineries. Maybe double this up. Because it's not actually coming out that way quickly. Yeah, we're going to get some fuel refineries. Double her up. Oh, I can't flip it, can I? It's rotating. Unless I can build some. Can I? How much have I got? No. Nope. Yeah, so we need 4 more of them, but we can get rid of these, that. So we need 4 of those. We were going to chop that down to 0 again. Cool, why have I got like 1,000,000 rocket fuels? Is there no order set on here? No, so I've not put rocket fuel on. No. Do that. How are we doing with the old landfill? Still chugging away. Did this get added on? Looks like it, because they're grabbing from here as well. Excellent. 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 Is it worth reclaiming that Roboport? Cool. Great stuff. Yeah, so we've got to grab them. But it's then ready. And we've now got a place that builds everything. Or a place to build everything for general cargo rockets. So we can now kind of shift here from the horrible shooty bang things. I mean, it calls them the pod, the cannons, which I decided I really disliked. I mean, it's fine, and it's intended for a low volume thing, but I'll be honest, I'm not impressed with either of them. I think the cargo rocket is too big. It's too much stuff going into one rocket. Given there's a pretty good chance the thing will die, and you have to do a bunch of researches to save it, or to reduce the odds of it dying. It's a ridiculous amount of stuff to just lose in a single crashed rocket. But then the cannon things are just plain annoying, basically. Awesome. Don't forget these fuel things. Get it sort of chunking through more of that stuff. And then we might take this bad boy. Where is it? See, I think I might jump on board and launch it up to space, and then we'll start working there. Didn't think we'd get that far today. I need to get, I've got this all here, and I need to keep using it. Well, I say that, I don't think it's going to work because I've turned all the fluids off. So it's not actually getting the lube and all that sort of stuff. So we may get, blocked basically. I mean, I'm probably going to keep using these, but for more, like we'll set up some cargo rockets actually sending iron, copper, steel, glass. These ones are just really horrible to send via the capsule things. But fluids and stuff, I don't know whether I'm going to set up a whole barreling and rocketing, and because the cargo rockets don't take fluids unless they're barreled either. How are we doing? Did you bring me my... Yes, you did. Cool. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's taken me a while. I've an insane amount of prep. But we're getting there. It's going to be really useful, I think, with this mod to have the whole different logistics things, being able to set up different logistics request orders, because then you can just flip between them, and say, right, this is my space build, so I don't need regular belts, and I don't need regular assemblers and all that sort of stuff, but I do need space belts and space assemblers. So you have to have those sort of more focused bits and pieces. It's going to be quite useful, I think, and perhaps might have been where the inspiration came. We've already filled the rocket up then, because this is now pumping into the regular train. Let's get these put in. These modules, please. Nice. Nice. Yep, all okay and full there. Cool. Zero. I guess because my landing pad is actually down at the other thing, isn't it? Because that's where it drops you off. How do you build landing pads? Could I just make one in space? Concrete and steel plate. Okay. See, it's absolutely ready to go. Oh no, let's put a load of them in. Shoot. That's because, yeah, this hasn't got a thing on. Okay. So we need to fix that. And that shouldn't work unless... Where are they? spaceship floor. Nice. Unless... Where are you? There. That is less than... It's not a biggie, because... just go and stick them in. The train that's, you know, the cargo things that's dropping them off, because... oh, yet another completely mad one. I mean, I mean, that's, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It does say, like, one of the tips on it is to, you know, make use of any space, basically, so not to leave them half empty. So maybe I should increase these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So I could do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could do an extra row of each, couldn't I, really? Let's just leave it. I mean, it's an insane amount of science. Yeah. Don't know why I'm doing it like this. Right. It's nearly full, isn't it? Okay. I think we go back to the main base and I sort of rearrange my inventory, basically. Oh, I had a folio from Marine, sir. Thank you very much for the folio. I don't think I got a notification on that. I wonder if my alerts are working. There was an update on... which was it? Oh no, it was on... It shouldn't have affected OBS. How odd. But yes, thank you for the follow. That was an hour ago, so completely missed that. You're probably not watching it anymore, but thank you very much for the follow. Okay, yeah, we'll go back to the main base and kind of set the inventory up for what we want to do, which is what? I guess more space building. I think the next step really, actually, even though I do want to get on with space building, is to rebuild all of this, because, as I say, if I'm going to be sticking, you know, fluids in barrels and sending them up, I need to be doing that again, because I've turned all that off, basically. Please do not crash into my thing. Right. So you're fine. You've got what we would expect, apart from the fuel. Great. Now, well, what I can do first, let's just swap you on. So we've got the proper thing in. Someone is at the door. Hang on. Ah, dear. I don't know who that was, because it's either like it was it last week? I can't remember. Or it's a delivery driver who's just pressed every button. Or might have been the postman, but the time it takes for me to get to the door is not long enough from when he... because it has like an up, it cuts it off basically after a certain period. Automatically. And it's not long enough for me to get from this side of the flat to that side of the flat. Right. What do we want to take with us? So... should we just head up there? I'll stick a load of stuff, because this is why this chest is here, basically, to get rid of... I have got that on. Don't want that. Get rid of things that I can... Oh, there it is again. Made it that time, but no one there. Right, so let's get rid of things that I don't think I want to take. Do I want to take anything? We know we can't do anything with rails. We're not at space train stage. I think roboports work, don't they? Can't do assemblers up there. Don't think concrete and brick work. No such thing as an offshore pump. This is what I'm saying. You could do with a separate request list, basically. Excuse me. I don't think pipe actually works, does it? You have to use space pipe. And no point taking ammo. Those things. I've got the thruster suit on. I've got fuel of various forms. So we should be okay there. I might just go and see if I've got... Where did I build the life support things up there? Okay. So we grab some more... Where are they? Run straight past them. But if we grab... Oh, we haven't really got any rocket fuel here. Make sure we got some rocket fuel. And we'll find the... Here we go. Life support. Where are you out, buddy? There you go. Plenty of them, I think. Just loads. Need to build some of that up there, because they're not that difficult, I think, to make up there. I bet you've not got fuel, have you now? Because... Oh no, you have. Okay. How is that working? Never mind. Right, I'll grab my capsules. Do you have sections? Do I need to put one in? Yeah, okay. Oh, I was going to get another platform, wasn't I? What are these? In fact, let's take a few. And maybe if we take other bits as well. Some of them. Okay. Why not all of them? Yeah, okay. See, I should be putting stuff in this, but Cool. So I am going to cheat in that I don't want to die on a rocket because that's just tedious. So let's head up there. I'll be honest, a big part of this is really trying to remember like where I am, what I've done, what I need to do next. Because it's been so long since we've been in space. So I'm not entirely sure this is what exactly I need to do next. Because I don't think I'm quite ready. Okay, so you do get a bunch of those back, don't you? Okay. Right. I think I'm just gonna jump those out like that. And then the bots can put them somewhere. Oh, there we go. So I was making space platform. Now, how much does this actually get me? You know, if I wanted to put another platform in somewhere, like temporarily, to drop off space sciences, cannot be placed here. Okay. I guess it's because you can't place it on top of that. Yeah, you see, that was a full stack, wasn't it? Of 100. So it's just like landfill, really expensive. Okay. Having got rid of all of those platforms, I now need or landing pads, rather. Where have you put them, guys? Because those are rockets. There they are. I think I'm literally going to stick this here. I think we've got power already. No, we haven't. Let's put that on there then. See if I can't put some inserters like that. Can I can rename this. Okay, so I could call this. How about I just call it Science Landing Pad? Ready for next payload? Okay. So then if we go back to Elvis and we find, where are you? Find the rocket, and then we want to go to destination position. Now this Science Landing Pad, there we go. And let's just set on manual so I can launch this. I'm gonna cheat again. Save scum. I don't fancy losing this. So that should now be coming in. So it's just going to appear out the void. Oh, in they come. And then they start loading them in. Excellent. Oh, so this has more capacity then than a cargo rocket. Okay, so you can then take them out and like reuse them or what have you. Okay. That makes sense. But we are now sciencing with space. Excellent. So, I guess the next question then is what I want to do. Whoops. With sciences, because our blocker is like the... I think I did the cryonite, and it's not actually cryonite I shouldn't use. Because where am I going? What am I trying to do? I want coal liquefaction, because that's going to solve a lot of problems for me. And that's there. And that one requires the red guy, production science pack. And he is there. So I need to do thermodynamics facility, vulcanite processing, plasma generator, pyroflux smelting, and all of those require regular space science. And in fact, this one does as well. Okay, so we can stack all of these up. Because we now have like 1,000,000 billion sciences. And I can order some up anytime I want. And that gives you there. Oh, I do also have Jetpack 2 queued for some reason. Cool. Now they also have extra science packs in there, don't they? So maybe I could just chuck them in. Because this is where I've sort of manually ferried them up, basically. So they're just extras. Okay. Now, back on Nalvis. Yeah, it's filling up. Takes a while to fuel up, doesn't it? Is that because this is all like stuck and stuff? We don't have any rocket fuel there. Why not? Because this is not fast. Okay, I wasn't really expecting it to be fast, but perhaps more productive was what I was expecting. Okay. Okay. So, question really is, do I like refactor this? How are we doing with power up here? Oh, it's quite close, isn't it? Because I want these flat solar panels ready, so that I can replace them. I do have the space manufacturing. Okay. As well as space assembly machines. Excuse me. So we need to make lots of two things, basically, I think. The space science packs. Now they require the lube, unfortunately. Which requires the entire rebuild of the stuff downstairs. Down on the planet. We would need space transport belts. Anyway. But it's this guy we need like absolutely loads of, don't we really? So I can actually build something here that's of a reasonable sort of size. Okay. And what do you actually need? You need low density structures, heat shielding, and steel plate. And that presumably is why I've stuck you in the middle there. How about we kind of take a bunch of this. I'm not getting notifications. Thank you very much for Barney Vatir, BTIR, for the follow. Why is that not sending me notifications? I just noticed it out of the corner of my eye, but thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, it's not working, is it? Dang. Why is that? I'm using the test thing, and it's not. Oh. I wonder if I'd ever had a internet blip, because my... Huh. I don't know if my stream went down or anything there, but... How bizarre. I wonder if I can change that on the fly. Because that would be a source, wouldn't it? Follow alert. Oh, I think I know what that was. That's actually from the website. Yeah. Let's have a... Okay, I'm going to have to fix that afterwards. That's annoying. Thank you very much for the confirmation, Oxycol. Stream is up, thank you. Much appreciated. I think it's just basically I've updated something, and it's basically broken some of the links. Oh well. I shall try and fix that afterwards. But yeah, so I guess what I was going to do basically is just like build a sort of extension up here really, and move this. Oops, I did the thing again. The jetpack. I don't actually like using the jetpack. I find the control of it a bit horrible. But yes, so I moved the solar panels up here, and then I've got sort of room to put belts on. I kind of get this. The whole, you would float off in space thing. But as I say, I find using the jetpack a little bit annoying. Because it's like a third control scheme, so it's not quite tank controls, but it's not quite WASD either. So it's a bit sort of halfway house really. I don't think it helps that I've actually got a lot of. Have I got a lot? Yeah, I got a couple of jetpacks in, so it makes me quite fast compared to just regular walking. So it requires maybe faster reaction times than I've actually got. But yeah, so is that going to be big enough? Probably not. But let's have a look. So we're going to move the solar panels, you see, and I can take a second. I can just leave this spaghettification nonsense down the bottom. And kind of just build. Rebuild it here. Take some, belts out the top, basically. And make a whole load of this stuff over here. Or maybe over there, rather. So let's grab those as well. Let's move them all over there, I think. Maybe these two. Yeah, as I say, I get the whole, you know, you'd float about in space thing, but it doesn't make it unannoying. Only death I had on this was actually that, because I came up here without any fuel, basically. And so I didn't have any way of actually moving around. Is that all the solar panels? That's all the solar panels. Okay. Yes. So to make... Oh, we've done the research. Cool. Because we need multispectral mirrors. Now, can we make them... Can we make them on Earth? Earth, Alvis. So only made in space manufacturing. Okay. But I think I can place the actual panels on Earth, can't I? Where are they? I haven't seen they can walk on. It doesn't say I can't build them in space, because I know these, you know, has the cannot be placed on space platform spaceship, cannot be placed on land. So we can place them on both. So potentially what I can do, I don't know, I think you get a second level of accumulator, don't you? I know there's extra levels of... no, that's the research. No? Oh yeah, there you go, natrium and holmium accumulators. So there are extra levels of accumulator too. Now do those require... that's the research, not the actual recipe. Yeah, so they upgrade your accumulators. What about natrium? Yeah, so that then upgrades your holmiums. Okay, so they are an upgrade thing. So there might be some value of sending... got the wrong thing. There we go. So this build here, you see, I'm sure it'll throw all the ratios off, won't it? But destination 4, okay, big demand for steel. And is this still not getting iron plate? What I need to do, I think, is like properly embrace the space thing and, you know, go to some of these other planets and, you know, fly back some more, because there isn't actually that much kind of raw ore sat about on the planet. You know, we do have some nice iron patches, which, you know, I should grab those first, but, you know, there isn't as much ore kicking about as like a normal playthrough. But some of the planets have absolutely loads that's just sat ripe for the taking. So we know we need to go properly intergalactic, you see. That's your problem. Where are satellite? Radars. Can't see them. There then. Well, I need to stop messing about and actually start doing the space thing. Anyway. Right, so we need to make loads and loads of this platform. I also need the walking thing, don't I? What's that made of? What does it call that? Is that platform? That's not platform, is it? No. What's this stuff called? Won't tell me. Where would that be? Ah, the thermodynamics facility, eh? Excellent. What in there? Can't see the wood for the trees. So this is the platform. Plating, that's it. But that requires this heavy girder thing. Yeah. Because this is a whole reason. Oh, right, okay, yellow stuff. Okay, so that's trapped behind an entire other science. That's annoying. This also gives me effect transmission. Okay. So yeah, we need to get on with this basically. So how does this all work then? It requires prod module, iron ingot, vulcanite block, machine learning data, plasma stream. Crikey. That's a real shift away from anything I'm making at all, isn't it? Prod modules is one thing, but everything else is completely brand new. This must be the difficulty curve people talk about. So, at the very least, we know this needs some vulcanite stuff. And vulcanite is obviously, excuse me, a foreign material from a foreign planet. And I had already identified, I think, going back, way back into the mist of time, if I click on the right thing, which planet I wanted to go and attack. Now, I don't know that it wasn't you, was it? Do you have vulcanite on you? Can't I see that from the information somewhere? Or is it this one? You see, this is, I've just, completely lost track of where I was on all this because it's taken me so long to do all this prep stuff. Did you have... no, you've got vulcanite. Copper, iridite. So it wasn't you. Where was it then? No, wrong button. So it wasn't Ran. Was it Daedalus? Oh, you can see it from here. Okay. No, it wasn't Daedalus. Damia? Ah, there we go. Do you have biters on you? You do not, but you are waterless. Okay. Flags. Zone has a generated surface. Okay. Don't know what that means. It's got lots of uranium. Interesting. But very little iron and copper. So it'll be difficult to build a facility there. Did I completely review it? I didn't. Okay. Okay. So it looks like it might be that those are the only iron and copper patches, maybe? Bit of coal. It's quite vulcanite-esque, this, isn't it? Not vulcanite. Oh, volcanus-esque. I wonder if this is like the thing, inspiration for it. So I wonder if those are volcanite cores. That's what gives you. So what does this say? Ah, okay. Drill to gain the pink core fragments, which is the... I think that is the... So I think it's that one, isn't it? Yeah, which gives you vulcanite and core fragments. And core fragments, as we know, we can turn into iron, copper, coal, stone, uranium. Okay. As well as crude oil, water and pyroflux. So, it looks like maybe setting up kind of sort of semi-sustainable bases is really about the core mining. Interesting. Because we've obviously got lots of coal and uranium to do the business with. We do have a million billion cliffs there, though. I wonder if any of these other things I have discovered in the meantime might be good. Because they will be absolutely drowning in biters now. Even this one. Oh, biter meteorites. Okay. So that's vita melange anyway. You've not got any vulcanite. You have, but you're drowning in biters. I mean, we've got loads of artillery shells. And I wonder how big that surface is. Did Fern have any vulcanite? No, that was vita melange. What about jet nova? No. So, two options, because we can't get past this stuff until we've done a bunch of research, as I believe. Yeah. Our Kratos. Good old God of War. Oh, that's got oil on it. Okay. That might be a little more easy then, but no coal at all. So Kratos, which is coal, oil heavy, or Damia, which is coal heavy. That has no biters, and also better solar. That has biters like up the wazoo. Because I've left it for hours and hours and hours. So it's effectively a death world I've created for myself. Look at this. None of this was here. You see all that filling in on the... Look at that. Wow. Look at them all. Fun with artillery. Fun with artillery. Look at them all. So, I think there's a few biters there, maybe. Wow. Wow. Okay, so we know we need to head to one of those planets. We also know we can't make the standy platform stuff, but we can just take off some extra or separate things, because I should be able to make some space manufactories, he says, realising he's probably not got the stuff. Oh, I've got one of them. Maybe we could use that then. Oh, and I've got some space platform there. Okay. Is that scrap? That's all scrap, isn't it? Okay. Can't remember what they needed. These are big though, aren't they? Yeah, they're real big. Okay. No, I don't think I've got the... I can mine it. But I've not got the tech, I don't think. Right, so... let's use one of these then. I've not actually used one of these yet. Pop it over here. And we'll get it making a load of this space platform scaffold. So we want steel plate. How quick do you make? 10 seconds, right. Cool. So what do I need? I need... oh, I'm making this, aren't I? I'm not importing it. Oh, that was the problem. I remember now. Yeah, because I'm making that. Could speed it up, but I'm sort of using up what little power I've got by speeding things up. I just need to sort of tear it all down, really, don't I? Okay, so we can't make... How quicker are they? Quicker in this. Okay, 10-second crafting time. And I guess I can't make any of those. Yeah. Because we would need the cosmic water. So we have to make them in a machine. Make more of these, though. Fairly easily. Heat shielding, okay. So how about I just sort of stick all these on a sort of a... let's call it a bus, but I think we'll do a bunch of lanes just sort of out the way here. I'll just sort of put some things on some space belts. And we'll just make a few bits and pieces that we can. Okay. And I haven't actually even got a space manufactory to make them, have I? Have we got one hidden in here? No. Okay. Let's use this then to make one of those. Can I just put some of them in? I can. Or a couple. Yeah, make a few. However many it will make. There we go. Okay. We can then kind of line these up. Have we got any of those? Let's just use these. How much space platform have we made? That much. I don't have to put that back there. I sure I can pick. Yeah, I can pick this up. It's gonna be weird working with Space Age, not like doing all the platform stuff remotely. I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about that. It's sort of, I mean, it makes sense in a way, but I don't know. It just feels like it's gonna be like weird, basically. Okay, so we'll pop that in there, and we will set you to making more of these. Except we don't have blue circuits either. Or big electric motors. I just need to tear this up, don't I? I just need to rip off the band-aid. What I really need to do is set up cart. This was what I was trying to achieve, and it took hours and hours and hours, and I didn't really do it. I was trying to build, you know, the infrastructure to be able to send circuits up and stuff like that. Because you can't stick them in. This is what I found annoying about this. You can't stick them in these things. It's got the, it's like a really limited list, but also a weird list that doesn't make any sense. Where are they? It won't show me them, will it? I would have to do it in... what was it that loaded? No, it's the actual shooty bangs, isn't it? The actual guns. So these things. You know, you can put stone brick and concrete and rocket fuel and stuff in, but you can't put circuits in, even though a circuit is nothing. Oh, you can put low density structures in. Ah, okay. Interesting. I don't have them on the bus though, do I? I'm just wondering if maybe, because I do have these other ones down here that I never set up. Because I don't think this... Oh right, there's no copper. Why is there no... Oh, that's the wrong way around. Okay. But yeah, I mean, these are using, you know... Oh, in fact, although I set up... Yeah, the sulfur is connected, isn't it? So they should run okay. Unless the water's been disconnected at some point. But yeah, so I could come back here and add low density structures, except that low density structures are not on the, let's call it a bus. But they are, of course. You see, it's completely pressing the wrong button. They are, of course, on a build here somewhere. Yeah. Oh, that's not working now. Why are you not working? Because you haven't got whatever that is, which is steel. Always comes back to the basics, doesn't it? Oh wow, is that patch dead? Because this is... Oh, destination full, not... Okay. Yeah, you see this patch is basically gone. Always comes back to the basics. I'm trapped in analysis paralysis, I think, because what I kind of need to do so kind of deconstruct all of this so that I can rebuild it as a bit more of a, you know, a straight build essentially. Bit tidier, a bit more, you know, something equivalent to a bus maybe. Not really, but you know, lines coming out of all of these rather than this higgledy-piggledy mess. Go and add some extra things on, as it turns out. Maybe. But what it also looks like we're struggling with is the fundamentals. So we have no iron ore. Because this doesn't work properly. Because I've no demand for coal. The coal mining is great. I mean, this is, you know, the amount, the speed with which this is filled up. And I don't think coal is actually the thing it's like the most productive of, from memory. You know, look at this. This is, you know, absolutely heaving with resources. The problem is I don't have any demand for coal, other than when these turn on at night. So we could add a load of them. That won't necessarily be a bad thing, but they're not very quick at burning the coal. So what I really want to do is turn it into oil, essentially. Coal liquefaction. And I've done this before, but let's do it again. Pretty sure, wrong thing. Pretty sure there's no, like, coal landfill. Because in coal liquefaction, pressure cooking to coal. Okay. Capture coal. Yeah, so we can't turn... Excuse me. We can't turn it into landfill. You know, we can turn it into plastic, which would be a good thing. I wonder if there's some way around that where I can turn it into something that I can landfill. Because there's regular landfill. Oh, that's the right. That's the dewey, isn't it? Because that's scrap. Isn't that beryllium? What, iridite? Okay. Oh, hello, Bacon Mission. Back us next week? We can hope. Yeah, you never know. I mean, apparently that's the reckoning, isn't it? That it's either next week or the week after. I wouldn't be surprised if next week is actually the announcement of the official announcement of the release date, and maybe that's sort of all it is. You know, a simple one basically. But yes, I mean it's sort of quite a while since we had detail of the last planet. You know, Falgora. Although it's not called Bacchus. I think they have confirmed that the name that was on the music sheet is what it's called. But I mean, unless you know, someone worked it out, or worked out what unblurred that photo, because that is apparently what it's called. The one that looks like Glebe or Glahe or something like that. That is the proper name, as it were, but I didn't see anyone saying what or working out what that actually was. But yes, it's not. It isn't Bacchus, unfortunately. So all them videos going on about Bacchus, and it's like, well, that's not what it's called. There's no way they're all Greek gods. It's a thing. Well, it could still be a Greek god. You see, we've all been making these giant assumptions that it's an organic planet and all this sort of stuff. But say I can't really tell from the picture what it is. So guessing at what god it might be is, I don't know. So I think in like 2 to 3 weeks, October is so away. Yeah, I say my suspicion is next week will be the official announcement of the release date. I can't see why, Kovacs would have been saying that. If it wasn't coming fairly soon, that was the official date. But yeah, we'll have to see, and then I think maybe whatever Bacchus is really called after that. October is so far away. It is indeed, but I say, from my point of view, it's not a bad thing in a sense, because I can't do that from here, can I? Because it gives me a chance to do all these speculation videos, and I've got a proper deadline for them, so I'll start working on them now. The real name was Booho all along. Yeah, yeah. I quite like that. That's become a little meme on the Discord. Booho. Anyway, so yes, I'm going to stop my analysis paralysis now, and crack on. End the stream rather. But yeah, I think unfortunately, the reality is I need to stick low density structures into the fire. I either need to set up the proper cargo rocket area, which, you know, would probably be in here anyway. Because I do want to do like the scrap recycling and like you're meant to, rather than just stick it in a enormous warehouse and ignore it like I think most people do. But so you know, I could set up my cargo rocket area here. But the other option is down here, where I do have a little bit of space. But yeah, I think I need to start sending like volume of stuff in. My difficulty is that I've stretched the basics, so the irons, the coppers, the steels, to breaking point. Because all these builds I've made are using up what little iron and copper I had. Now there is another option on that, which, as I say, is to go to one of the other planets, but it means setting up the cargo rockets again. But we could go, you know, to Ran or something, I don't know. Because it's not got any... It's not got that much iron though, has it, really? Lots of copper. What about Daedalus? Not much iron either. Do none of these have real kind of iron deposits on them? Not really. So where were the planets? Oh, there you go. So it's Kratos that was the insane amounts of everything, but of course I've let it get covered in all of the biters. Now, is it some of these that had? Yeah, there you go, you see. Loads of iron ore on these, but they're trapped behind the asteroid belt, which I can't get past. Okay. So, we could maybe spend tomorrow trying to wipe out biters. But where would I even land? This is the thing. How would I even land on this planet and not immediately get obliterated? Because I think when you go there the first time, it just literally randomly drops you anywhere, doesn't it? There's no... You know, maybe it tries to land you close to this, but there isn't any target for landing. So I could literally land in a biter base, basically. Which, given I've let it overrun like this... Because I know there is a thing where you can do your own version of coronal mass ejections and stuff, so I'd need to do something like that and sort of clear it out, I guess, a bit. And then kind of hope that that was where I landed. I've created a bit of a conundrum for myself, haven't I? Anyway. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a great thing. It'll give them time to polish it up. I just can't wait. I'm very glad we went the route of making each planet mechanically unique. Yeah, definitely. We will always have now this for our vanilla mine all the things gameplay. Yeah. I think it is very, very, very sensible. You know, this... I say I've been enjoying this, and I say I'm stuck in a little bit of analysis paralysis with exactly what to do. But it is basically, as I understand it, every planet is just mine the thing and process it. And processing it does involve some new machines, but also not really. Oh, right, you can make steel in a different way, can you? Okay. I wonder if they're more... Oh, it uses pyroflux. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if that's a lot more productive. Huh. Because pyroflux is what I've got coming out of the casting machine. Okay. The core mining is producing a lot of pyroflux that I'm just turning into steam, basically. So then does that make... I'm doing it again, aren't I? Because if it's got the vulcanite cores, then I would be able to get pyroflux out of it. But yeah, the problem... That's what I was actually going to look for. What is... How do I get... Or have I already got... I have got cliff explosive. Okay. I'd assumed that was trapped behind another... Okay, I don't suppose I'm making it, am I? I'm doing it again. Get carried away. Am I making... cliff explosive? I don't think I would be. Because I think I got rid of cliffs on this planet. Did I? Or maybe it doesn't do them. So we could make cliff explosive. And we could go to... whatchamacallit? Damia. Make ourselves a little base. And mess about on there, basically. Because if we can do the core mining, although it takes a bit of processing, we could get iron and copper and stuff. But also, obviously, I say, if I can set the cargo rockets up, whoops, wrong one, then I can, okay. I've heard people wonder what will stop you from, on Fulgora, just traversing for a long time to get very rich scrap patches and a nice chunk of islands. You can't do that easily on Navis because there are biters around to naturally stop you. Perhaps it's nothing more than the oily sands are just tedious to walk through and most players won't care enough. It's a good question, actually. I mean, I don't know. I hadn't really thought about... let's put my schedule. I hadn't really thought about... Because, you know, there's this thing that, you know, Navis isn't actually infinite, but it's sort of functionally infinite. You know, because it's so big that crossing it takes... Well, Dosh did it, didn't he? Like, on a video, it's like... I can't remember, it's like 11 hours or something to cross it. At, like, you know, nuclear train speed. It's functionally infinite. You know, it's so big that, you know, you couldn't practically go and mine and stuff at the edges. But I don't know if they might decrease the size of the planets, or, you know, for the extras. So actually, Fulgora isn't all that big, but it doesn't feel like that's how they would do it. Do you know what I mean? It just feels like that would not be in the spirit of Factorio if, you know, Fulgora was a smaller planet to the extent that it limited you. Which, as you say, does make it that, you know, assuming you land in the centre when you first go there, if you just travel for 2 hours, you will get insanely rich scrap patches. What I did wonder, well, two things. We don't know what those white blocks are, whether they were hidden or what have you in the Fulgora. As to whether they're covering... I think they're covering up something, because they said there wasn't any threats. But I don't know that that means there isn't some kind of like automated weapon system. And it would be fine, you know, you can go out to these, you know, super rich patches, but they ramp up the number of these automated rocket systems or whatever it is. The further, you know, the richer the patch, so that sure you can go there, but if you try and mine it, you know, unless you've teched up to the degree that you've got artillery and all that sort of stuff. 3 hours for nuclear fuel to the edge, okay. Unless you tech up to that degree, you know, you can't actually mine those patches because the rockets or whatever it is, this defense system will obliterate you. There's also do they ramp up? Because the other threat vector, of course, is the lightning strikes. So it could be that only the starting area has the free what do you call them, lightning rods, basically. So maybe they're limited to close to where you land, and so you only get effectively like 50 of them or something around your starting area, and then there's none. And so you would need to tech up, the equivalent of overcoming the biters in order to go that far. Because, again, you could travel that far, but lightning would just obliterate you if you get too far, and you need to do all the techs to get to, proper lightning rods. The other thing, of course, is they could make the actual plateaus quite far apart, because, it's all very well, there's a big scrap patch or a rich scrap patch, but if it's not actually that big, you may not have the room to process it all. So there are quite a few ways I thought maybe they could control it, but as I say, my instinct is that there's some kind of automated defense system there. Distributed train by 3 hours. Okay. Electromagnetic defense. Yeah, I say, and we need to know, there's got to be some way for us to learn this, EM technology or something that said. It's actually with large targeted lightning bolts. Yeah. I say that was my feeling as to what the threat is there, because otherwise it is just like a planet that's super easy in a sense, because once you set up your lightning rods, you're safe basically. So there's got to be something there to make it dangerous. Anyway, point is, I need to go. You're blathering on, and I've got to go. But basically, I didn't mention this I should have said it earlier on, but for the next 2 weeks, I'm actually on holiday, so I will not be streaming on the Saturday and Sunday, pretty much guaranteed. I might do, like a random stream or something like that, but I've no real plans to do that, because I will be away for both weekends. So there will be no streams basically of Factorio at the weekend for the next 2 weeks. But then when we come back, it will just literally be more SpaceX. That will also mean the Factorio Friday Facts videos will probably be late. I probably won't be doing them on the Friday as I have been doing. But they will appear, they'll be on like the Monday or something, or whenever I get to do them. So thank you very much, Lexical. I hope I will. It's weird because it's holiday. I'm not working, but it's actually recovered overtime. It's so it's more like gaining back time that I should have had earlier in the year, basically. So it's all a bit of a weird sensation. But yes, thank you very much. And I say the videos will be there, and I will also work on these properly scripted videos as well. But yes, anyway, if you are interested, if you're new and you've seen this for the first time, every Friday I do a Factorio Friday Facts analysis video. It tends to be quite in depth. I couldn't kind of now boast this, but several other devs actually watch my videos because they're a bit more techie focused. A lot of the people who do the videos, rightly, are just more interested in the game mechanics and stuff like that, whereas I tend to go a bit more in depth on the the codey things that they put in, because that's the type of nerd I am, basically. So yes, so if those are of any interest to you, then you can find those on my YouTube channel, which will be linked on the side here. And I say those goes live as soon as I can do them on the Friday. They're huge fun for me to do. I really, really enjoy doing them. And people do seem to enjoy watching the videos and commenting and all that stuff. So yes, if that's anything that interests you, then you can find those there. It's also got the VODs for all of the series I've done, which is loads of Factorio, literally hundreds and hundreds of hours of Factorio, as well as games like Satisfactory, Dyson Sphere Program, Tectonica. So building and management games as well. So if any of that is of interest to you, you can find those there. So all it remains for me to say, and I will be back tomorrow, there's streams tomorrow, but just not next week. All it remains for me to say then is, if you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it, and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus, this has been Factorio. Thanks for watching. Cheers.